Hi everybody. I'm gonna add another analysis video concerning website performance. Um, and I will focus today on Golem.de, which is an IT news webpage in Germany. It's pretty well known. It's relatively big page. So it's pretty important for concerning IT news, technology news in Germany. So I use this page. So I read myself at this page like few times a day, and uh, there is times when I'm really bored and it's really hard to use it because it's that stuck and full of advertising, and it really gets like slow and really hard to use. You see, there is everywhere there is some sorry, like ads included, and I'd like to show you where I think that the issue is with this page, and how this could be much faster and load much faster and be more easily to use for me as a user, as a common user. Um, so this is Golem.de. So you see, it feels like a blog. There is like articles down here listed. You can go into detail, see your article. Once again, an ad. There is another ad loading. Okay, so what does this mean for my user experience? Let's go back to the start page, and let's press F12, which will bring us to the developer tools. As soon as my Chrome is ready to work with you don't if you could hear my fan from my laptop, it starts working pretty loudly because the web page is like full with ads. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Let's disable the cache. This is what we do to see what kind of data is transferred and how many of these. And then I've pressed F5, so reload the page, and then we wait until the page is ready loaded, and then we count the seconds. 14 seconds, 15, 16, 17, 18 seconds, still working. 22. There is something that happens in the background, so it was like after 15 seconds, everything that had to be loaded, to be displayed, rendered, is ready. The content itself, so the DOM structure, was loaded after 2.27 seconds. Take a look at this. We have 10 megabytes of resources that hit my browser during these 15 seconds, and no, it's still counting. So the web page is still does something in the background. Like, check this, the domains where the communication is going. So it's like it's Ajax calls, IO. It's protocoling, is looking at what I do, probably tracking me. You see ad forms or ads. Okay, so we are waiting like 1.2 minutes, and it's still counting, and we've transferred 10 megabytes of resources. No, sorry, we've transferred 4.7 megabyte of resources. So these 10 megabyte has been compressed to 4.7, which is okay, which is a good idea, but we are still reaching almost 5 megabyte, and we still count requests, and we reached 464 requests. So imagine this web page used like over almost 500 requests to be loaded, and still does. It's still counting. As soon as I scroll, there is something going on in the background. I think this is the worst I've seen in a long time. I'm trying to explain you why. So this web page is bringing my computer to its limits, kind of, and I'm using an i7 from Intel. So the fan is still working and it's pretty loudly because this page just sucks everything out of my computer in terms of resources. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Let's scroll to the top. Okay, let's sort it to have a better view. Let's scroll to the top after we've sorted the size of these elements. Go away. So, and we see that we have the biggest object we've transferred was 204 kilobytes. It's a JPEG, so it's an image, and it was from video.golem.de, so it probably is a thumbnail from a video. So we're just talking about the thumbnail, and it's 204 kilobytes. Sorry, so it's a lot. And then we have another JPEG for almost 200 kilobytes. It's also a thumbnail, video thumbnail. Okay, so then Google APIs, some documents. Let's focus on images, because I suppose here is the mass. Here is where the most data is from. And after we select image here, we can check and see how many of these resources belong to the images. And interestingly enough, it's not the most. So in the compressed version, it's like almost half of the data. But in the not compressed, so what's been sent to my browser, it's not the most, not the biggest part. So what are these 10 megabytes? What is this? Why is that so much? We're going to see this in a second. Also interesting, images are 262 requests out of 505. So less than half. But there are lots of, I suppose these are like counting pixels, because on this page there are not that many images. I think I do not see here like 200. Yeah, and you see it's counting. So we have 279. I'm scrolling a little bit, and then, oh come on, scroll, and then there, 281, and so on. So we are talking about pixels, counting pixels. And we could also see this if we scroll down and we sort for the waterfall. So we see the ones that come last, and then I scroll, and then there it happens. We are counting something. Okay, so most images are pixels. It's doing this the whole time. It's not cool. Okay. So big pictures like 204 kilobytes. Spot from Boston Dynamics. They somewhere, where's Spot? Where's the image? They pull a car, and I already saw the video. It's pretty impressive, but it should be like, I'm searching for it. It's the video thumbnail should be like here. I'm going to scroll through it. No, it's not these ones. Should be here, because there's like two sets of video. And here we have it. So this picture, this image is like 204 kilobytes. It should be like 17 maybe. Okay, so it's not compressed well. Then we have these others. I honestly, it's like, everything is clear. Like here, add these and you get something like over 1 megabyte, let's say 2 or 1.5 with images. But what I'm interested to see is, what is these? Why are we just handling like 2 megabytes of images but 10 megabytes of resources? So let's see where these 10 megabytes are from. Now I've selected Ajax calls and I see that it's 1.3 out of 10, so here is not our hotspot. JavaScript is 6 out of 10. So okay, I suppose here is the most. Let's go through the others. Yeah, 136 kilobyte, it shouldn't be this. Media is 0, fonts are like 200, okay. Docs 1 MB, interesting. This is WebSockets, we do not use Manifest, it's no app. And the other thing is like 40 kilobytes. Okay, so we've localized this, it's JavaScript. So what's here? Why is here like 6 megabyte of JavaScript? So you see, these 6 megabyte are the non-compressed, so the uncompressed content, because it's been compressed obviously and it was like down to 2 megabyte, but it's still a lot to work to cope with for my client, for my browser. And so imagine you have a desktop that's not that powerful, you will get into trouble trying to work with that many information, with that many JavaScript, which has to be executed, to be interpreted on your computer. So what do they do here? It's flash talking, which is 91 kilobyte. It's mode ads, once again ads. Yield love, I don't know, I suppose it's also something like, we have Google APIs, we have Google page syndication, so it's lots of things. I don't think they are have something to do with a web page itself or with the content. It's just ads, and I'm still searching and it still looks like ads. And here we have the first JavaScript that's coming from the domain golemd. Okay, and it's just 41 kilobyte. Okay, so we have 41 kilobyte, it's okay. And then we have like the rest of it is just for handling ads. This is very sad. I think we go on like this. Flash talking, Cloudflare. Oh boy. So Google Tag Services, it sums up. Click protection, JS. Okay, Google syndication, ads. So you get the idea. So we have like lots of content that just ads. So how fast could this page be if they would get rid of all this? What do you think? Because we could do something like we could block some requests. Why not? You know, you can block some requests. So let's say flash talking. We do block the domain. Let's say mode ads. We also block this domain. Then we have like let's block everything like Google. Page ad, block domain. And project, okay, this is the one we're gonna let it be Ströer Digital, and it's also KCDN. Yeah, there are ads. So we block the domain and we go on like this. There is ad form. Let me just take yield love. I'll do the same with this one. Let's give it a try. Reload. Let's see what we have now. So we've blocked like lots of domains, and we are still at 4.1 megabytes of resources. And as you see, we got rid of some ads. I think the page is much faster. Take a look at this. We now have 126 requests instead of of over 500. Okay, so let's see what happens. So there is still some requests going through. Let's check this. What happens here? Let's sort. So okay, so this one block request is domain, so we block this one too. Google APIs. I'm gonna let this work. Double click. Yeah. Block requested domain. Google Analytics. We are going to block this too. Okay. Ads column. Yes. And then we do reload once again. And now for the whole page, we have just 122 requests. We transferred 2.5 megabyte, which is still a lot. And we finished this in 12 seconds instead of 1 minute and something. So it works. Without ads, the web page is pretty fast. Still loads lots of, I don't know. Oh, here we have more from these. So block request domain, plus also this one. It's stuffed with ads. I don't know. Okay, so pretty fast page now, just by removing the ads. I know that most of these publishers rely on these ads, so they get paid. So I don't want to be misunderstood. There is a need for this, but it's like a thin line to be obsessed with this, to put in a lot of ads on your page and make your page slow, or just use it in a more, I don't know, convenient way that the user experience is not going to be worse and worse while you load your ads. So you see this page gets more faster, less requests, less data transferred just by removing the ads. So I'm going to stop for today, and for GoldMDE, I think I'm going to come back to this page because there are still some issues I want to talk about, but let it be okay for today and for now. So come back to see more details about this page and other pages. If you have some suggestions which pages I should analyze, so put this down below in the comments, and I see if there's something interesting to talk about. Thank you, and see you next time.